Football is a beautiful game, isn't it? The passion, the skill, the drama, it's absolutely captivating. But like life itself, football has its dark side. Sometimes the beautiful game turns ugly, leaving us shocked and speechless. Today we're diving deep into the underbelly of football history to uncover the dirtiest moments that have stained the sport. From blatant cheating to shocking acts of violence, these incidents have left a lasting impact on football's legacy. So, buckle up and prepare yourselves, because we're about to witness the dark side of the beautiful game. Football is a beautiful game, but sometimes it has its dark moments. Today we're counting down the dirtiest moments in football history that have left a lasting impact on the sport. The 1986 World Cup in Mexico, Argentina versus England, a quarter-final clash for the ages. The tension was palpable, and then it happened. Maradona, a magician with a ball at his feet, jumped for a header, but instead the ball hit his hand and sailed into the back of the net. The English players protested vehemently, but the referee awarded the goal. Maradona later called it the hand of God. A moment of cunning or blatant cheating, you decide. Fast forward to 2006, the World Cup final. Zinedine Zidane, the maestro, the legend, playing his final game for France. The score is tied, tensions are running high, and then, in a moment of madness, Zidane headbutts Marco Materazzi in the chest. A straight red card, Zidane walks off the pitch, his head bowed, his legacy forever tarnished. The image of him walking past the World Cup trophy is etched in football's Hall of Shame. Let's rewind the clock to 1962. World Cup in Chile. The match, Chile versus Italy. This wasn't a football match, it was a battle. A full-blown brawl on the pitch, punches thrown, brutal tackles flying in. It was a shocking spectacle. The police had to intervene multiple times to restore order. This match, forever known as the Battle of Santiago, remains a stark reminder of how ugly football can get. Chapter 4. Roy Keane, the Manchester United captain, was known for his tough tackling and fiery temperament, but in 2001 he crossed the line. In a match against Manchester City, Keane launched into a horrific tackle on Erling Haaland, seemingly ending his career. Years later, Keane admitted it was a premeditated act of revenge, a dark day for football, a stain on Keane's reputation. Chapter 5. Ben Thatcher, a tough-tackling defender, was no stranger to controversy, but in 2006 he committed one of the most shocking acts of violence ever seen on a football pitch. In a match against Portsmouth, Thatcher swung his arm, elbow first, into the face of Pedro Mendes. It was a deliberate and dangerous act that could have had devastating consequences. Chapter 6. Luis Suarez, a supremely talented striker, has unfortunately let himself down on several occasions with his bizarre behavior. On 3 separate occasions, Suarez has been caught biting opponents. Biting. It's almost unbelievable, yet it happened. These incidents have tarnished his reputation and left many questioning his temperament. Chapter 7. Okay, this one wasn't on a football pitch, but it's worth mentioning because of the sheer chaos and violence on display. The Malice in the Palace, an infamous brawl during an NBA game between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons, sent shockwaves through the sporting world. Players fighting fans, utter mayhem. It was a stark reminder that sport, regardless of what it is, can sometimes descend into chaos. Chapter 8. Rivaldo's Oscar-winning performance, the 1998 World Cup in France. Brazil's Rivaldo, a gifted player, was on the receiving end of a ball being kicked at his leg. Now, it wasn't a pleasant experience, but Rivaldo's reaction was farcical. He clutched his face as if he'd been shot, writhing around in agony. A blatant dive, a shameful act of simulation that fooled absolutely no one. Chapter 9. The insult. We return to that fateful night in Berlin, the 2006 World Cup final. Zidane's headbutt shocked the world, but what provoked this outburst? It later emerged that Marco Materazzi had allegedly insulted Zidane's family, leading to the Frenchman's moment of madness. While violence is never acceptable, this incident highlights the dark arts sometimes employed in the heat of battle. Chapter 10. Tragedy in Colombia. The 1994 World Cup in the United States was overshadowed by tragedy. Colombian defender Andrés Escobar, under immense pressure, scored an own goal in a match against the United States, leading to Colombia's elimination. Days later, Escobar was tragically murdered, a stark reminder of the dark side of football fandom and the immense pressure players face. Outro, the beautiful game's dark side. These incidents, these shocking moments, remind us that football, despite its beauty and its power to unite, is not immune to the darker aspects of human nature. From cheating to violence, these acts have left a stain on the sport's history, but amidst the darkness there is always hope. Hope that we can learn from these mistakes, that we can strive to be better, both on and off the pitch. Let's celebrate the beautiful game, but let's also acknowledge its flaws and work towards a future where fair play and sportsmanship prevail. These incidents remind us that while football is a beloved sport, it also has its moments of controversy and darkness. Let's hope the future holds more of the beautiful game and less of the dirty play.